In today's video, we're going to be reviewing the Gravid weighted blanket. This is my first time sleeping with a weighted blanket, and I'm going to share my experience sleeping with it and give you my first impressions. Alright, that was a really heavy box. The Gravid weighted blanket finally arrived. Let's unbox this and find out what's inside. So you'll notice that I got the heavier weighted blanket, the 20-pound version over the 15-pound version. They recommend that if you weigh over 160 pounds, which I definitely do, get the heavier one. Now, if you opt to get the Night Owl bundle, you're going to receive a bunch of accessories. The first one you see here is the Eco Breeze cover, which is a silky, breathable, cooling cover. It's really nice to sleep when you want to stay a little cooler than normal. Then you also get a nice sleep mask, which is also weighted, and it comes with a climate gel, which you can put into the heater or you can put into a cold fridge, and it gives you the desired effect. This is also kind of nice if you have a headache and you can just rest it on your head. I use it personally for that type of use. Now this is the micro plush cover, and this is a really soft, kind of nice looking cover. It really looks pretty, and I'm going to show you some pictures later on how I make my bed. I really like touching it. It just feels so soft on the hands, and especially when I'm sleeping with it. And now for the weighted blanket. This is a queen size 60 by 80 inches. And wow, when I first held the box, I was like shocked at how heavy it is. I know I got the 20-pound version, which is the heavier version, but I was not ready for how heavy this box would be. Now to answer your question, do they have other sizes? No, they only have a queen size and a child size type of blanket. The queen size will definitely fit smaller beds like a double, for example, and this blanket is more than big enough to fit both you and your partner as you are sleeping. They also provide some simple instructions on how to care and maintain for your blanket, and it also covers on how to put on the cover. Now I'm going to show you how you put on your cover, and it's actually a really easy process. The first step is to unzip the cover and place one half of the cover on your mattress such that the internal zippers face up. You can think of the cover as a book where one of the pages of an open book lie on your mattress. Then you put the weighted blanket onto the cover, then zip all the sides again. Lastly, all you have to do is close the cover like closing a book, then zip all the sides, and voila, you're done. To remove the cover, it's also very intuitive. You just simply reverse the steps that I mentioned. I'll show you how you do this later in the video. The end result is an absolutely beautiful bed. Your mattress looks absolutely stunning with the Gravid blanket, and I'm really impressed with how it looks. And also how it feels. Obviously, the micro plush cover is amazing to touch. The convenience of using a cover on your blanket means that you don't have to wash the entire weighted blanket in your washer. You can simply just remove the cover and wash that in your washer. Now between the two covers, my favorite is the Eco Breeze cover, and this is a very silky, breathable, cooling cover, and I've noticed that when I'm sleeping with it, it does feel very cool, and I tend to get very hot in bed, so I much prefer this one. This is also fantastic to use if you live in a warm climate. If you still want to sleep with a blanket but not overheat, I do recommend getting this cover. The best part sleeping with this blanket and cover is that it's made of sustainable materials and it's eco-friendly. Now I'm going to demonstrate how you remove the cover, and it's very simple. It's like the reverse process as I mentioned before. Simply unzip the entire circumference of the cover, unfold the first half, and simply unzip the internal zipper. Then throw the cover in your washer, put it on a gentle cycle, and then put it into your dryer, low tumble dry, or you can simply air dry it. And that's all there is to it. Now if you consider buying a weighted blanket, one thing you should consider is the weight distribution. Gravid uses a very small square to hold the weighted beads, and therefore it has a very even distribution of weight. Furthermore, Gravid uses high quality, non-toxic, small glass beads to provide a very equal weight distribution. They're also very quiet and do not make any rattling noise when you move the blanket around. The next thing I want to cover is the Visage sleep mask, and this comes with a climate gel for cool or warm pressure. The nice part about the plush cover is that you can remove it and put it into your washer so that you can always have it clean. They also stitch the inner weighted core such that any pressure on your nose or eye is reduced. Removing and putting back the inner weighted core is really easy, same with putting in the climate gel. Now one of my favorite things to do with the climate gel is to put it in the freezer, let it cool down, and then if I have a headache or I feel like kind of feverish, I can put the mask on my head and it gives a very therapeutic effect. If you don't like the weight on your eyes or you don't want the climate gel, you can simply remove it and not even use it, but still use the actual sleep mask. The sleep mask uses Velcro on the strap, which makes it a one-size-fits-all type of mask. Now this is a much larger type of sleep mask, and I noticed that it blocked 100% of all light. I could not see anything, so this is really good if you are trying to sleep in a very bright environment. Throughout my testing, the sleep mask never fell off and was actually very comfortable in any position, whether it be on my side, on my back, or on my stomach. So, for the final question, is a weighted blanket effective? According to a lot of scientific studies, sleeping with a weighted blanket has a lot of benefits. The research indicates that it helps improve sleep, elevate your mood, and reduce anxiety. Sleeping with a weighted blanket promotes deep touch pressure stimulation, which encourages the production of serotonin, a hormone involved in elevating mood. Serotonin is also a precursor to melatonin, which is a critical hormone to help your body go to sleep. Based on my experience, I can definitely say that my sleep has improved a lot using the weighted blanket. I noticed that I get a good amount of deep sleep and REM sleep, which are important cycles that happen during your sleep that help your body recover. I know it may sound quite subjective and anecdotal, but I have to say that sleeping with a weighted blanket has been a very positive experience. It just has a very calming effect when I go to sleep, and I notice that I wake up a lot less groggy in the morning. Taking it to the opposite extreme, if I tried sleeping without a blanket or with a very thin blanket, I felt that I had a very hard time going to sleep, and I felt like my sleep quality was very poor. Sleeping with a Gravid blanket felt like sleeping with my fluffy cat, and it overall was a very comforting experience. I can definitely recommend this investment if you want to improve your sleep. Anyways, that's it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Please do give a like, it really helps out the channel. And consider subscribing to this channel if you want to hear more ways to improve your sleep.